Welcome to One Chemistry. Always try to do your best. Now, let us see about 100 concepts in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episodes. This is the episode number 5. If you didn't watch previous episodes, I encourage you to go and see. Here, we solve 5 problems step by step, mostly the part B question. Stay tuned for complete information. Let us see the question number 1. The starting metal is cyclohexane, it contains the alkene, and you have the side chain which contain acid. You are using NBS, which is N-bromosuccinimide, and tertiary butoxide, which is base. They ask you to find the product. The products they suggested are alkene formation with a conjugated alkene in the ring, or exocyclic conjugation, or the ring closure, the ester ring closure. The double bond position also questioned there, whether the double bond is near the ring or away from the ring. From the reactant to product, you might guess the NBS role is the questionable here, and the ring closure is the real possibility. The answer is C. Let us see how. Starting metal, you have acid which contain alkene. You are using NBS. NBS is N-bromosuccinimide, which is the brominating agent. So bromination occurs simultaneously. The base subtraction from acid also happened there. So the bromination forms 3-member ring, which is the syn fashion. Here you have anion there, COO minus. So the possibility of ring opening. The driving force is the ring strain here. So O minus attacks the bromine there. So the intra-condensation occurs. New 5-member ring is formed there. Here with heterocyclic atom, only the 5-member is possible, not 6-member. So 5-member ring is formed there. So cyclic ester is there. Again you are using tertiary butoxide, which is base, which try to remove the Br. Here Br can be removed by only anti-periplanar position. So we rewrite the CH2 bond, which is highlighted blue color here, with stereochemistry. Hydrogen above and hydrogen below. The A hydrogen is not possibly removed. The A hydrogen is not favorable for anti-position, only the highlighted one. So C hydrogen will be removed, which is in the anti-periplanar position, H and Br. So HBr eliminates, you have the product C. Here 4 important concepts you have to learn. One is bromine addition. Bromine addition is a syn addition. Second thing is ring closure. Ring closure is always considered, it's a syn method. Third one is HBr. HBr is anti-elimination. Both hydrogen and Br should be anti to each other. Fourth one is ring size. With heteroatom, 5-member ring is stable, not 6-member ring. Then the question number 2. The starting metal is benzene which attached with amine. 2 ethyl groups are attached in the N. So N ethylation, 2 ethyl groups are there. You are using butyl lithium and TMEDA, which is amine. Then you are using methyl iodide. They ask you to find the product. Here the products are only differ in the methylation. Whether methylation occurred in the N side chain, or in the benzene ring ortho position, or benzene ring meta position, another ethyl position. So the question is really about where the methylation is occurred. The answer is B. Let us see how. Starting metal is amine. We are using butyl lithium. So what really happened is lithium coordinated with nitrogen there. So the nitrogen can possibly interact with the ortho hydrogen. So the nitrogen bond rotates, it interacts with the hydrogen. So lithium coordinates nitrogen and hydrogen simultaneously. Lithium weakens the ortho hydrogen and activate it, makes the anion formation at the ortho position. So you have anion there. Next step, you are using the methyl iodide. Me plus attacks in the anion. The methylation occurred at ortho place. The answer is clearly B there. Here the concept you should learn is ortholithiation. It is the guided lithiation. The guidance comes from the coordination of nitrogen from the lithium. So the lithium coordinates nitrogen and hydrogen, promote the ortho interaction. Then the question number 3. The starting metal is conjugated ketone, the phenyl in the third position. You are using methyl magnesium iodide and copper chloride. Next step, you are using allyl chloride. They ask you to find the product there. The products can be the 4 possibility, which is epoxide formation or O alkylation or the second position allylation or the O allylation or the second position allylation. So basically the question is about where the methyl is attacked, whether in the one position, second position or third position, or where the allyl is attached, one position, second position or third position. There are the many possibilities. Here 4 are given. So from the question to product, the real question is where the methyl and allyl attack there. The answer is D. Let us see how. The starting metal is conjugated ketone. You are using methyl magnesium chloride and copper chloride. Here methylation can occur at the second position or fourth position, or 1,2 addition or 1,4 addition. Here 1,4 addition is possible because you are adding the copper. Copper is the bulky one which is soften the methyl there. So softening of methyl happen, it becomes soft nucleophile. So only 1,4 addition is possible. So methyl attacks the fourth position. The first position cannot be quenched. Again the charge has to be quenched. Charge travel back to 7th position. Now inlet is the nucleophile here which attacks the chlorine there. You have the product formation. So the chlorine leaves. The final product is same. The final product is new CC bond. Here methyl and allyl in the same position because of the steric reasons. So the product is clearly D there. Here the question of many concepts comes. Here why the O methylation not happen? Because the nucleophilicity of carbon is higher than the oxygen because of the electronegativity. Oxygen has higher electronegativity. Here 3 important concepts you should learn. One is soft nucleophile. The soft nucleophile always promote the 1,4 addition in the conjugated double bond. Second thing is nucleophile always attack the less hindered place. Third one is electronegativity decrease the nucleophilicity because the atom holds the electron itself, we don't donate, so nucleophilicity decreases. Here carbon is the better nucleophile than oxygen because of the electronegativity. Then the question number 4. The starting metal is cyclopentadiene and you are using conjugated ketone. You are heating at first step, then you are using the light there. Here 4 products are given. 4 products are fused system, bicyclic system as well as the fused system. Definitely the addition reaction occurs between the many double bonds here. 4 different possibilities of the addition. The bicyclic can be the simple one or complicated with 2 bicyclic or the internal fusion or the just outer side ring fusion. So from the reactant and light and heat you might guess 2 naming reactions are involved. We have to identify the product based on its selectivity. The answer is C. Let us see how. The starting metal you are having conjugated ketone and you are having diene. You are using the light, so it's a Diels-Alder reaction. Cycloaddition occurred between the diene and dienophile, so you have the bicyclic system with endo and exo possibility. But according to the endo rule, endo is the major one. That is a Diels-Alder product. Second thing, you are using the light. If you have alkene and CO carbonyl, you are expecting Bertanovich reaction. So new cyclization with 4-member ring occurred there. So the product is clearly C. Here you have to learn 2 important things. One is Diels-Alder reaction. Diels-Alder reaction always the endo product, which is normally known as endo role. Second thing is Diels-Alder reaction promoted by heat. Bertanovich promoted by light. So first step is Diels-Alder, second step is Bertanovich. Then the question number 5. The starting metal is bicyclic system with acid and alkene in the ring. You are using iodine and Ka and sodium bicarbonate. The intermediate is the real question here. The final product is cyclized system with the cyclic ester in the same ring with iodine. So what is the intermediate here? Whether iodine is above or iodine is below, or the cationic iodine is above, or non-cyclized iodine above with cation or below with cation. So 4 possibilities. From the question to product you might understand the iodine selectivity is important. How the ring is opening is a real question here. The answer is A. Let us see how. The starting metal you are having alkene, you are using the iodine. Iodine is the bulkier one, so never ever endo product will be formed, only exo. So iodine is above the plane, which is the major there. Second thing is ring opening. The ring opening always occur with the major step. The major step means the stable ring formation. Here it's a considered reaction and dictated will not form as an intermediate. Here the ring open is dictated by the ring size. The 5-member ring is more stabler than 6-member ring, which is the ring roll because the heteroatom 5-member ring is stable, but in cyclohexane 6-member is stable. So here the major product is with cyclic system. So the intermediate is definitely A. Here you have to learn two important concepts. First step is iodine addition is a syn addition. The both bonds in the alkenes are connected with the alkene in the same plane, so addition is syn alkene. Second thing is iodine is bulky, it always form exo, not endo. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.